Let there be light and welcome to Living Essence. I am Siddhanta Ananda. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 signs that you are awake. All this talk about the woke culture and all that sort of thing, and I feel that a lot of this wokeness that we talk about is more political than it is actually individual and spiritual. And that's all that spirituality is. It's the experience of your individuality in a very true and palpable way. What I mean by that is that you are awake to each and every moment. You're more available to life. So what's the number one way that you can be sure that you have awakened, and I mean on a spiritual level, on a personal level of coming into the understanding and being present to life? The number one way of knowing this is that you're less mechanical. You're not so habitual. Okay, so it's very much like if you're asleep, do you have control over your dreams? Some people do. These people that's a lucid dream and all that, but it's very rare. Most of us, when we're asleep, we get the dream that we're given. Now, how many of you are living your life where you're living the life that you're given? You know, are you living more purposefully? Are you living on purpose and not so worried about your purpose? That's the point here. You're living on purpose. In a dream, you're not living on purpose. In a dream, you don't know it's a dream. While you're dreaming, it feels very, very real. But things are happening to you. And this happens to many people in life as well. They wake up and they're actually literally still in a dream. They are mechanical in their actions and in their way of expressing themselves and experiencing life. They are mechanical. They're not doing things on purpose. You know, it's get up, go to work, come home, eat, sleep, repeat. And it's not really a way to live. When you wake up and you breathe and you're with your breath, and you exercise and you're with your exercise, and you kiss your lover or hug your children and you're with that hug, you become that hug, you're conscious to that moment and everything around you, then you can be sure you're awake. How many of you have done things where you've gotten up and you've put the jug on and you've made a cup of coffee and you're still asleep, you know? Yet somehow your body has managed to make you a cup of coffee. But what if you're present to what you're doing? Just become very present. A good way to start that and to begin your day is just to wake, put your feet on the ground, say thank you 3 times. Once for yourself, once for the universe, and for everyone else that's in your life. And just thank you, thank you, thank you. It brings your awareness. You know, it wakes you up because you realize, I'm so glad I'm awake, I'm alive, I am a child of the universe, and I'm a blessing in many other people's lives, and they're a blessing to me. So it's living on purpose. You don't worry about your purpose. This is number 2, you're not so focused, you're more aware. Now in this world, we're told through our conditioning and schooling and all that to focus, 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 and focus has its place. I'm not against focus. But one of the things we're not taught to do is have more awareness. You know, how often are we told to be more aware? You know, how often are children told, often they say, hey, pay attention. But how often does the teacher say, hey, have awareness? Awareness is a broadband way of being alive, of experiencing life, of doing life. It's a broadband, so you actually expand out. You're not just focused on one thing. When you're focused on one thing, you miss everything that's happening around you. So you can actually bring your awareness, and a good way to practice this is just to first focus on something, and then just let your vision, this is a good meditation, let your vision expand out and become aware of the things in your periphery. Now, even as I say that right now, I'm becoming more aware. And even in this moment, I'm realizing how hyperactive I was getting. I'm calming now. I'm becoming more aware, and my message is coming through in a far more smoother and succinct way. So even in this moment, there's the practice. Just by bringing my awareness, I'm not just focusing on this video, I'm aware of my breath, I'm aware of my mannerisms, I'm aware of the message I'm putting across. So I've become more aware just in this moment. You can do this at any point. Start with focus, and then just allow your vision to expand outways, become aware of the peripheral vision, and then imagine yourself seeing and feeling behind your head. and realizing you are the environment that's here. So the first one is waking up is living on purpose. Okay, the second one is being aware over focusing. And then from there, we move into the space of more sort of being available to each and every moment. Okay, and realizing you are the life that's happening. Through the expansion and less focus, you're coming into an understanding that, am I separate from the environment, or am I the environment? So another way to be sure and know that you're awake is not seeing, is dropping any idea of separation. Nothing happens to you. Everything is a reflection of your projection. Everything's a reflection of your projection. So you're projecting out. Everything you know happens within you. So you project out your life and it reflects back to you. So it's a good way of seeing what's happening in my life here is coming back at me. And so then you can respond to what you're projecting. When it comes back, you don't react and go, oh, look what that person did. They hurt my feelings, or they, they're against me. No, they're not against you. They're teaching you. In fact, they are you. When you realize that you are the dream, because if you're just carrying on and letting life happen to you, when you realize that you are the dream, you are the environment, you are not just the body, but you are the place in which the body is in, then you can be sure that you are awake. Awake is not just a spiritual ego boosting idea. To be awake is simply to be available to life. Okay? So first of all, it is waking up, just knowing that you are aware, you're not being mechanical, you're living on purpose. You become aware over focus, and you see no separation. 3 ways to know that this will keep you awake. Because I've seen the question, people say, do some people after awakening fall back asleep? Well, in life, when people wake up, do they fall back asleep? All the time. That happens all the time. And in fact, they say that the Buddha never actually, he was even aware when he was asleep. When he was asleep, he was aware that he was sleeping. So just try those 3 things out. Waking up and living on purpose, being more available to what's happening in the moment, living on purpose. Okay, then bringing awareness over focus. Notice how often we get ourselves into trouble and stuck in a situation because we're focusing on it. But when you're aware, you are aware of everything. Yes, the pain points, yes, the difficulties, but also your blessings. That's the problem that focus brings, is we tend to focus more on the things that are difficult. But when we're aware of the things that are difficult. At the same time, we are aware of the things that are a blessing. And then being more available to life, more present to life, and realizing that you are not separate from the environment. Just an example of that, if I say walking is not this. That's legs dangling in the air. Walking implies the environment. When you say that one word, it brings to mind you and the ground on which you're walking on. So I hope that is helpful for all. How do we know that we're awake? Well, you live on purpose, you're more aware, and you're not separate. That's as simple as that. It's really easy. It's not, being that I'm a mystic, I like to demystify mysticism because we can think that spirituality is something that's way out there. It's not. It's the journey within, and then the expression outwardly of knowing who you are, where you are, and when you are. So I am sending so much love to all. Thank you for joining us. If you would like help in any way, you want to connect with us, the description below, and enjoy your day, enjoy your life, live on purpose, be aware, and stay connected. Sending so much love. Let there be light.